Hey everyone and welcome back to the sports section. So we've got a couple of things to discuss in this video. New signings, potential new signings. Ian Maatsen is currently going to have his medical at Aston Villa. Now this whole Aston Villa, Chelsea, we've got Everton transfers with Newcastle, with Aston Villa as well. It's all about PSR. It's all about being financially fit until the end of the month, because otherwise you would not have seen all of these weird transfers happen so quickly. Could we have made a deal with Aston Villa saying, look, you overpay-ish a little bit for Ian Maatsen, we'll buy one of your youngsters, so that's also pure profit for your club? Could very well be, could very well. I mean, if there are loopholes, then you are legally allowed to go through those loopholes, right? I mean, you would be an idiot if you do not do that. Anyways, we've got something to discuss. Olise to Bayern Munich. Here we go. It's official. Yes, we've talked about yesterday. Yes, might have been an overreaction. Okay, now we know where the club is going. Now we know that the club is willing to pay a lot of money for a transfer, but is not willing to pay a lot with regards to wages. I'll do a completely different video with regards to the wages because some players at our club right now are earning way too much money and they are barely playing. But okay, moving forward, we know that we are going to have a hard time, in my opinion, attracting top players, experienced ones, settled ones, that are not willing to come to the club because, well, we're not willing to pay those wages. One of those players could very well be Nico Williams. I think the transfer is not an issue. The transfer fee is not an issue, but the wages is probably going to be an issue. I think he's earning a lot of money right now at Bilbao, and I think if he joins Chelsea, he would like to earn more. And currently, with the current structure, I don't think that will happen anytime soon. Unless he really wants to join Chelsea and then he's like, you know what? Let's do an incentive-based contract. If I perform well, I get paid more. Could be, and I think a lot of players should be thinking like that. But then again, I'm not one of those players, so I cannot say what they should or should not do. But all right, let's start and of course leave your... So first up, we have to talk about Aston Villa. So apparently it is true that the deal, well, it's not really, it's, in my opinion, it is linked with the deal with Ian Maatsen. Let's be honest, we're not that dumb. So two sources here, one Nizar Kinsella and then Matt Law. 18-year-old Omari Kellyman is expected to be part of the first team for Chelsea. Chelsea are in talks with Aston Villa about signing teenage prospect Omari Kellyman, an 18-year-old attacking player who is seen as a big prospect inside Villa Park and apparently were willing to pay around £19 million for this player. Now you might say that's a lot of money. I agree. Remember, we paid, I think the same, maybe even more for Carney Chukwuemeka, also from Aston Villa. So yeah, this is nothing new. So who the hell is this guy? What has he done already in his career? Well, he's 18 years old, so not much. He's pretty big, 1.91 meters, played 2 games in the Premier League, officially for Aston Villa, 35 minutes. Conference League played 11 minutes, but most of his time has been spent in Premier League 2. Overall, he has scored 14 goals, 8 assists in 56 games. The majority of the games he plays as a right winger or center forward. He's also quite okay as an attacking midfielder and central midfielder. So yeah, some people are saying this might be a Havertz type of profile that we're attracting. 18 years old, pretty young, versatile, probably not going to earn much on a weekly basis, but already costing the club £20 million or so. But again, it's a long-term contract, so it's not really going to cost us that much for the year 2024-2025. But then again, we have to ask ourselves the question, what about Datro Fofana? What about Washington? I mean, how many of those players are we going to attract? I understand that these might be good investments if they work out, because if they never play, then their value will not increase and we've done basically nothing but put money in the furnace, right? I mean, we keep on buying players, young players, prospects, stand fine, but you need to make them play, either at our club, at Strasbourg, or make sure that their loan is a successful one. Because also, if you send people on loan, but they rot on the bench, what's the point? Just wasting time. Remains to be seen what happens. I mean, it's going to be an interesting preseason. That's for sure. Seeing who's going to play, who's not playing, what system, how they perform, how they link up. Going to be quite an interesting one. Of course, unfortunately for us Europeans, it's going to be in the middle of the night. Quickly circling back to yesterday's news with regards to Maximilian Bayer. Yes, he is from Hoffenheim. Again, I don't know how truthful this report is. And so now moving on to the big one, Estevao Willian, because I think with regards to this deal, he should be one of the biggest signings, right? If you look at what Fabrizio said, Chelsea have signed all documents for Willian Estevao, deal sealed. Final conditions, 34 million euros fixed fee, 6 million add-ons based on appearance with Palmeiras, which strange, 17 million euros add-ons based on being multi-season starter at Chelsea, and then 4 million difficult add-ons contract until 2023. But then it's written here, 4 million add-ons into Willian Estevao deal between Chelsea and Palmeiras will be for future achievements. There's a specific bonus for Palmeiras in case Estevao wins the Ballon d'Or as Chelsea player within the time he stays at the club. How many players do you know are getting a Ballon d'Or clause in their, rule or something like that in their contract? I mean, he could be the next Neymar, for example, although Neymar never really achieved his full potential, but that's on him. So yeah, remains to be seen what happens. Of course, they are only, Estevao Willian and Kendry Piles are only going to join us in the summer of 2025. So we still have to wait, but definitely exciting prospects, exciting talents. Overall, I'm still quite sad, not as sad as yesterday, because yesterday was maybe an overreaction, let's be honest, with regards to the Olise deal. I'm just maybe more angry at the way we're managing things, if that makes sense. I mean, since the new ownership came in, lots of mistakes. Maybe now we will start to see things move in the right direction. I don't know, remains to be seen. I still think we need 2-3 extra players in the squad that could make a difference already next season. Because currently, if we want to fight on all fronts, I don't think we have enough experience in the team. Yes, we have lots of players overall, but you don't want lots of players that are bang average. I'm not saying everybody is average, but if you want to tackle all fronts, League Cup, FA Cup, Conference League, Premier League, you need a lot of players that can perform in all of those competitions. On the left side, for example, Mudryk and Sterling. Is that enough? I don't think that's enough. Yes, we could put Omari Hutchinson there, but then again, we're not sure if he plays for Chelsea next season, or if we sell him, or if he goes on loan. I don't know, we don't know. Are we going to go for someone like Somerville? Not that expensive, and with regards to wages, I don't think it's going to be expensive either. He could be a really option. Now, thinking about what I said yesterday with regards to Sancho, his wages probably too much for the club. Transfer fee, not a problem, but wages probably will be a problem. Nico Williams, as I said at the start of this video, could be a very, very good signing. Wages-wise, apparently not for us anymore. Nicolas Jackson and Kunku up front. Is that enough? In my opinion, no. Now, of course, we have that Fofana, but so far, is he going to stay with us? Is he going on loan? We don't know. Way too many unknowns right now. Way too many unknowns. And yes, it's true, we're only at the end of June, so we still have time. But still, you want to start your preseason with your 99%, 95% full team for next season, right? So you get all of these plays, the connections already done in preseason. You trial, error, A/B test, whatever works, whatever doesn't work. So that's maybe why I was angry yesterday. More so than just, oh, we missed out on Olise. Okay, yes, 1 year ago we agreed personal term with Olise. This year we couldn't because we wouldn't want to pay that much money. So, okay, maybe he chose money over Chelsea. Could very well be. Strange, because again, he was at Chelsea once, not for long, but he was at Chelsea once. His brother is at Chelsea. He was already living near the club. So, okay, maybe he really wants the money and he really wants to play Champions League already this season. Okay, fine. Can I blame him? No, not really, because it's still Bayern Munich, right? He will probably win the league, could go very, very far in the Champions League, maybe win the cup as well. So, okay, can understand. Don't forget, 2 years from now, there's the World Cup. So maybe a lot of players are already thinking a little bit about that, because if he joins Chelsea, we still don't have a successful season. Then we're not playing the Champions League 25-26. Missed opportunity. could be something in the back of the head for a lot of these players. But okay, we move on. Again, I will say this again. We are Chelsea, still one of the best clubs in the world. No player is bigger than the club. That should be definitely a rule inside the club. So, that's about it for this video. Of course, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, hit all the buttons, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.